Woo. What's going on, you guys? My name is Adonis D. Johnson. I'm your transformation coach. I'm streaming live from YouTube at Adonis Johnson. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Hope you guys can hear me. Make sure everything is working. Oh, yeah, it's working. YouTube family. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Put a little music on. Let's go ahead, you guys. This is our jazz, right? Let's start off our Monday. Let's just kick back, right? Let's have a little kickback for the kickback. That's what's up. Y'all already know what time it is. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. We come on in the 7 o'clock hour. Me and the Invisible Crown Army. We set up. We hold our positions on the battlefield. What's the battlefield? The battlefield is called life. Whose life? Your life. I believe when the notification goes out, the blessings can go out with it. Let me say that again. I'm just holding on a little bit. I believe when the notification goes out into the universe, your phone say, bing, bing, notification, Invisible Crown Army, the Mighty Monday Meltdown. This is your 7 o'clock appointment, divine time, divine place, divine people. I'm not looking for followers. I'm looking for leaders. Leaders that's ready to step up, leaders that's ready to get up, leaders that's ready to take ownership in their life, right? Your responsibility is to make sure that you get things done decent and in order. I talk on a level that allows me and you to connect to one another. Sometimes it seems like I'm super spiritual, churchy like, I guess, right? Other times I feel like I'm a little hood, right? A little street. Right? I don't pretend. Not only did I grow up in the hood and I'm birthed from the hood, but I'm birthed from several hoods, right? We talking childhood. Childhood is areas in my life when I perform like a child, I move like a child, I talk like a child. Some of you still in childhood too. Or you got people in your life that's using this particular platform, which is childhood, to reason with you about why they do the things they do, to negotiate with you like you supposed to feel sorry for them. Just because we listening don't mean we buying it, okay? So what am I saying? I grew up in the hood and I'm birthed from some hoods, but I'm grateful to go from childhood into adulthood. And when I entered into adulthood, this thing is difficult right here. No one talks about adulthood. Everybody assumes based on your age, right? Based on your age. Some people, I'm 35. Don't talk to me like a child. I'm 40. I'm 50. Don't talk to me like a child. Then act like an adult, right? Some people going around, I don't look my age. How old you think I look? I'm not here to determine how old you look. How old do you think you look? I think I look like I'm 18 or 20. I look good for my age. How about you act your age? How about you grow up to a point where your mother age is on you right now? Meaning, yeah, I'm an old lady. That's an old spirit, but it guides me. This old spirit know how to whip you in more ways than one. See, that's what we should be looking for. Adulthood, right? Switching on over, converting on over to manhood. Manhood is very difficult when you didn't have a man figure in your life now. Now it seems like even me as a man, I have to build a man. That means I have to look at other characteristic traits that other men in that moment is displaying. They ain't really trying to help me. I have to take what I need privately. We're in a difficult time right now, but I like to open myself up and I like to be honest. I like to get straight down to the fact. No one cares what you know till they know how much you care. Well, that probably zeroes out a lot of people in your life. We listen to people all the time, what they doing. They're talking, but they don't really care about your situation because that's your job. Your job is to care about your situation first. Then you need to be able to have someone that you can trust, a trusted source, right? Yes, God is a trusted source. The spirit is a trusted source. But if you don't have this trusted source going in you, I speak a lot on self-transformation, right? I am considered to be a transformation coach because of my own transformation, the things I tapped into, the things I learned, the things I experimented with. Some of you think your macaroni is off the chain. You think your dressing is the bomb. You think your greens is just phenomenal. No one got nothing on your greens. you are 100% correct. Trust and believe me. If you're not going to root for your own doing, right? If you're not going to sit here and clap for what you created, then shame on you. I don't care if it's bitter, salty, spicy, or drippy. If the greens is crunching in your mouth, at the end of the day, somebody took time out to prepare that. Somebody took time out to put their recipe on it, right? To put their recipe. Some people, you got the ingredients. Some people got more than just ingredients. You have a formula right now as we moving forward. I like to believe that I have a formula. I've been gifted with something that I could not gift myself with. I speak from a place that most people will probably never speak from. I don't consider myself to be there. I don't consider myself to have got the things that I set out to get. But I know I am successful. I know that I conquered some stuff. I come online to lend my time to not just the army, but also to myself. I believe that we have to practice. Practice make perfect. That's what some might say inside of the world, right? Practice make perfect. But if you never practice on anything, you will continue to settle for everything. What am I saying? I'm saying we can't just go with the flow right now. We can't just allow the norm to keep dictating what it is you should be doing and what you should not be doing. And it really goes against your heart desire. We was created a certain way. We was created for a certain time. We was created for a certain point. And I believe for some of us, we are at that point. Some of us, we've been at this point so long that there's no one that came to take you to your next point. We don't understand that there's another point in life. There's another point in life. I like to believe that there's something called the alternate route. In my life, I did not have many teachers. I don't think they chose me. I believe I just had to sit in the back like everybody else, but I always asked questions, not questions to them, questions to myself, which made me kind of question myself, which made me kind of doubt myself, which made me kind of believe that maybe my little way of doing things just not right. Maybe this is the reason I'm catching hell. Maybe this is the reason I'm not happy. This is the reason I'm looking at all the imperfection in my own life, right? Maybe this is because God is upset with me. Maybe the devil do have a grip on me. Maybe the demons are around me. Hey, sometimes you will believe maybe I am. The devil is using me and he done destroyed everything, or he done stole everything, or he done took everything from me. And now, can we have a real moment right now? Self-realization. Can we just ground and just say, stop, stop. Let's just hit the button called stop. Let's just stop first and just recognize I'm just being honest. I recognize in me being honest with myself, it frees me up so that now I can be open, because I don't no longer walk around lying to myself right now. Everything happens over and over and over and over and over again until you pass this test. It's just like playing Monopoly. You go around the board one time, round the board, 2 times, round the board, 3 times. Every time you go around the board, you either buying something, you either paying something, you either land on something that requires you to pay more, or you go to jail and you got to sit in there. But it's a dice game right now. You got to shake your hand. For some of us, we living in life right now, and we like this right now. Boom, I hope I find the right one. Boom, I hope I say the right thing. Boom, I hope I look the right way, right? And we shaking these dice right now, blowing on them. And we don't even know what we rolling, but we rolling. And sometimes we crap out. For some of us, we bottom out. For some of us, we done got put out. I said this, and I'm going to say it again. Either you on this feed line to give up, to give in, or to give it all you got. I believe that's the 3 options I want to put on the table right now. Give up, give in, or give it all you got. And for some of us, we have not made it to giving it all you got, because you don't know what you have until you start practicing on what you have. For some of us, we done gave in to foolishness. We done gave, notice I'm going backwards. We done gave in to foolishness. We done gave in to imperfection. We done gave in to barely enough. For some of us, we look at some of the things we do, and my hurt comes from knowing I could have done better. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. For some of you, you already blew it. And you walking around here now like, okay, oh, well, you know, how many times do you get another chance And it's like, oh, well, right? You're not even trying at this point because you have given in. You have given in to defeat. You have given in to, maybe I'm just not good enough. You know, you have given in to the world and to a universe that gives you whatever you desire, whatever you desire. If you had the right focus, the universe will give it to you. Unfortunately, when you give in, that means you settle. For some of us, we settle in a level, right? Settle in a level, been stuck in this level, but we want better. We want better, we want bigger, we want greater. But trust me, you're not ready for what it is you want. You're not ready for what it is you want. So what you end up doing is what most of us end up doing. We end up crying out, praying, I believe. Crying out meaning complaining, basically. Well, you don't think it's God you're talking to, but it's really God you're talking to. And you complaining, right? You complaining about everything. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of this. Everything you sick and tired of is the things you created and drew on to yourself. You either asked for the position, you either asked for the car, you either asked for the house, you either asked for the credit cards. Now, this is how it sounds. I'm sick and tired of paying bills. I'm sick and tired of being by myself. I'm sick and tired of just doing everything on my own. You didn't have to do none of the things that you done. Okay, you did not have to do anything. You made that choice. But what you can do is practice, understand exactly what is it that you're trying to accomplish through the things that you brought into your life. For some of us, we don't appreciate the stuff that done came into our life. We don't appreciate the things we have in our life. We don't appreciate the people that's in our life. We don't appreciate the time that people take, like your aunts, like your cousins, like your moms, like good friends, right? I have some people that call themselves my friends, but they make no deposits whatsoever, right? In no form or fashion, no deposit, right? But I give because it was given to me. It wasn't given to me by them. It was given to me by what created me. I know I have enough. I know I have value. So I bring the value to the environments that I participate in. Okay. So for a lot of the times people give in. They give in to what's going on around them, and they leave this part wide open when it comes down to the things that makes up their life. For the past few weeks, I've been telling you, delete the list of the things you want. This is not a want season. I want this. I want that. Delete everything you thought you wanted. Remember, 2020 was about the vision. It wasn't your vision, but you still wrote down your goals in anticipation of these things will be given to me and I will be able to do X, Y, Z and 1, 2, and 3, right? Well, none of those things was given to you and everything went a whole different route, right? It wasn't, we didn't know how 2020 was going to roll out. So everything got changed, right? Got stirred up. 2021 is a new year. That's where we at right now. Just like the year got stirred up and you couldn't make out what was going on, your life is being stirred up now. You can't make out what's going on. You don't know if you happy or if you sad. You don't know if you in love. Is it you in love with what you see? Is it you in love with what you know? Or is what you see in love with you? You don't even know. So it's kind of confusing. So everything is crossed up right now because it's being stirred up right now, right? Remember, I said a lot of the times we're not practicing anything because if this is the purge and if this is the moment to get ourselves together, if this is the moment us to self-evaluate, right? Remove and get rid of, delete the list of the things you want, and let's create the list of the things you have. When you create the list of the things you have, you are recalling where these gifts came from. You're recalling where did you get these skills from. You're recalling where did this degree come from? Where did this certification come from? Right? Remember, I said this coming into a point in time where you're not going to smack your credentials on the table because we don't look to rain on nobody's parade right now. This is not even that type of season. It's about building the table. It's about building the table and sitting at the table. It's about getting to the table. And from in this season right now, in this area right now, many people don't have tables at all. They don't have a table at all because he removed the table out of their life. For some of you might be thinking, and it might feel like, right, I'm hitting it hard, that the table been removed and you don't have room to place anything on. That means you can depend on. You can't depend on this person. You can't depend on them finances. You can't depend on what someone else said. You can't. I mean, right now we coming up in a point where you really have to understand he took the table. The table is gone. So either we gonna build a table. We can't cry for a table. But we have to make sure now that when we build in this table, the right people either sitting at the table or the table that you're being called to, right? That you do what you're supposed to do as well. So listen to this. Back to what I was expressing to you. I already said, give it all you got. Some of us have not done that, right? Give in. We have all compromised our position. That's why we have to get back on our post. That's how we have to reposition ourselves. That's why you have to cut and release everything around you, right? I can't go no further until I first make sure that the room is reset and make sure that everybody is vibing with me. I welcome you guys to the Mighty Monday Meltdown. This is the Invisible Crown Army. We meet up every Monday in a Monday hour. We call upon the Spirit because the Spirit calls upon us. Sometimes you have to do something different in order to get something different. I don't call this a ministry. I don't call this anything. I call this a war cry. I call this something that allows us to call a timeout on a battlefield. A battlefield is called life. Whose life? Your life. You need to make sure that when it comes down to your life, that the one that ain't squeaky clean, that is, we make sure that we mark it the proper way. We make sure that when somebody comes into our life, we let them understand that this is my life and I'm inviting you in. Somebody sit here and recall and stated to me a few days ago, the elephant in the room, the elephant in the room. Sometimes you ignore the elephant in the room. I am the elephant in the room. You are the elephant in the room. You, the big giant, you sleep on yourself. There's no elephant other than yourself. If you could see the elephant, why can't you see the elephant is you? You can't hide right now. You much stronger than you think you are. You much bigger than you think you are. But see, the elephant got to be here quiet. The elephant is scared in the cartoons. It's scared of a little mouse. The elephant has a string around his neck and it's stuck into the ground with a stake, right? An elephant that's big, is over a ton. It weighs tons. Big elephant is in the room. That be you. That be me. We are elephant. We are a giant, right? Especially when you have relationship, especially when you ready to give it all you got. For some of us, we have given in to depression. We have given in to confusion. We have given in to just feeling like, look, I'd rather be by myself. Why did you make that choice? You didn't make that choice because that's the choice you wanted to make. You made that choice because you failed in something you participated in. One of the things I like to do is in the world, they would call it a reality check. I like to check myself. I call it self-realization. I like to have a real moment. Why do I make these choices? For some of us, we messed up so bad that we only want the opposite because we failed in something. We want to be happy because we experienced pain, but before your pain was happiness. For some of us, we didn't know what we was doing. We just did it and we was told not to do it and we did it anyway. The problem is why you didn't own it, why you can't own it. You gave in to just not telling the truth. We look outwardly, we see everybody else. Thank you guys for joining me today. The few that comes on, we shooting live from YouTube. I'm staying with this thing because this thing is staying with me. I have a voice that talks in me, and that voice is the voice I like to share with you sometimes because I feel like that voice coaches me. I Am My Life Coach is a self-affirmation book. What's a self-affirmation? It's a small, powerful phrase that you tell yourself. Well, if there is a demon, if there is a devil, which it is, I believe so, then you need to constantly train, right? They say iron sharpens iron. Well, I believe character sharpens character. I believe attitude shapes environment. Well, for some of us, our knives are so dull. We ain't had no one to sharpen our knives. We just listened to people, but people wasn't listening to you. I listened to a song, I believe it was by Jay-Z, and I couldn't believe some of the things he said. When you feel with the spirit, you can hear music different. He said, I'm not listening to nobody that's not listening to me. And you know, you really have to think about this. I'm not listening to somebody that's not listening to me, because you're talking without reason. You're talking without purpose. You're talking without knowing why you're releasing those words out of your mouth right now. Is these words you're releasing for me, or is these words released that you're releasing is for you? Some of the times when I speak, I release because I need to hear it. When I'm done with this feed, when I'm done with this huddle that we in right now, I'm going to go back and listen to this feed all over again. Hopefully there'll be some crumbs. There'll be some things left inside of this conversation, inside of this meeting, that I can get and help make my life a little bit better. We have to fuel ourselves. We have to fill ourselves. We have to provide ourselves with the things we need. But if nobody is putting it out here, no one is putting it out here for you to get, we can't keep on breaking down these big old next level sermons or these next level prayers, and we just riding in like, yay, yay, yay. You can't handle some of the stuff that you listening to. You can't handle some of the stuff that you listen to. Everybody want to go deep until you drown. Everybody want to go deep, but you ain't got no life jacket on. Everybody want to go deep. They got a snorkel suit on. They got the goggles on. They can see underwater. They got a little thing in their mouth. And here come you out here swimming, doing a little doggy paddle, out here treading water out here, wondering where they go, where they go. You done got out here now. They going down to search the bottom of the ground right now. They're in the bottom of the sea right now. You have not made it to the deep. You are a shallow swimmer. Some people are surface level, but I'm not even trying to call you out, because I just need you to identify where you at. Because maybe if you identify where you at, then you'll know where you should be right now. Me, myself, when I speak, you're going to hear something different. I look for my gem droppers. Some of you, you are the diamond in the rough. And guess who found you? Guess who located you? Jesus. He located you, and you located him in the 7 o'clock hour. We don't meet here because we think we got it all together. We don't meet here because we getting paid for this. Ain't nobody asking you to give anything. But if you did want to sow or give something, I Am My Life Coach is nonprofit 501c3. You can give and get a tax write-off at this point. We building from the ground up. You can't sit here and expect to do damage without resources. You can't sit here and expect to impact the world without finances. But I will continue to pour into you until you recognize that everything that's free comes with something, Don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. I won't beg you to do what it is you should already know to do. But hey, at the end of the day, that's between you and your relationship. I know what I need to do with me and my relationship. I come here to sow with the words that he will give me the voice of instructions, not just for you, but for me first. If these words don't hit my life, then you best believe I'm not releasing anything. He say, love God with all your heart and all your soul and all your ways, because see, there's some things in life that's your way, right? But see, he's not saying you're going to change up the things you're doing. He's saying, acknowledge me in what you're doing, and I'll make that path that was not straight to become straight. You see, some of us, we need it to be so simple, so easy, so straight to the point that you caught it the first time. I don't have time to see. Sometimes when I read, I think quicker than I write, and I read. Sometimes my adrenaline and the blood start flowing so quick that I skip things. That's my human nature. My human nature be wanting me to do human things. For some of you, you are doing human things, but see, doing human things and you're getting human results. But if you have something called the Spirit, then you will get supernatural power to get you supernatural results based on your situation, based on what you've been through. Some of you, when they say you don't look like what you've been through, you really don't look like what you've been through. But we ain't going off of how you look, not on this feed line. We're going off of how you act, how you carry yourself. Come on now. When you say act your age is how long have you been doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, getting the same result? When you act your age, you become age, like an age steak. Right? I didn't say you got gray hair. I didn't say you had wrinkles on your face. I didn't say you sitting here with whatever them little veins is on your leg, right? I'm not saying that. What am I saying? I'm saying when you act your age, you know what it took to get that flavor. Aged wine costs more. Aged wine costs more. An aged steak, it has more flavor. It had to sit. An aged cigar, right? It costs more because of what it had to go through. Some of you are the gem. You are the diamond in the rough. You are here, you shining, but guess what? It took some fire to get where you at right now. It took some fire and you are shining. But at the same time, if they underestimate you, then that's your point. Right there. That's your point that the door can come open. That's your point that you can sit here and get reevaluate yourself. You cannot have the devil appraising you. Some people don't know your worth. Them underestimating you, right, is your way to get out of some of these areas. Please do not connect yourself to certain individual in this period of time right now. I was in the spirit and the spirit was in me, and I heard God tell me to tell you that we have to do something different. It's going to be a crazy time, not crazy for the world, but crazy for you, because you're going to have to break yourself down. This is the season that you have to get ready for where it is He's taking you right now. We about to march. We about to make progress. We about to go through some places that you didn't even know that exist. But I'm telling you, we need to stay close. God, I'm calling upon you right now. We are in a huddle right now. We're in a timeout. I believe, God, that if we could take a timeout for this moment, then you can come down and operate in this moment with us right now. You said 2 or 3 touching or agreeing. And the only thing we're agreeing in right now, God, is that we really need you right now. We need a personal relationship. That relationship is what's going to give us eyes to see. It's going to allow us to hear a little bit more better, to think a little bit more better, to love a little more better. It will help us practice in the areas that we continue to not practice in. Some of us, there's great areas in our life, Lord, and we need you to help us master those areas, overtake those areas, because the other people that's out here around us right now, sometimes we believe that even in your word, you said it chokes out the good seed. Well, we have good seeds being planted, but sometimes the people that we are around, the environments that we are around, the people that we work with, the people that calls us, the people that we answer the phone for, or even the people that we call, sometimes it chokes out the goodness that been placed in by you, and we're starving right now. We're hungry right now. We need you right now. We hungry in spirit and truth, because when you lay on the truth and when you provide us with that spirit, we hear you like we never heard you before. You continue to be the sun in the midst of the storm. You make everything better. And for that right there, we give you glory, and we're trying to take this new position that will honor you, called self-manifestation. So as we honor your presence in our life, God, we just want to let you know that you reign. You reign. You sit high in our life. You sit high in our life, and we're grateful that you govern everything we do. If we have moved, if we have thought about anything that goes against who it is you calling for us to be as individuals, then as a group, then as an army, then as a school, right? Then God, we ask that you would disable it and remove it right now. We don't want to move forward thinking that we just entitled to anything. We ain't entitled to nothing until we come clean. When we come clean and recognize that we here for a good time and not a long time, then we recognize now, God, that we live with you, we die with you. And if this is the season that we have to lay ourselves down, if this is the season that we have to break ourselves down, if we at the point of giving up and letting it all go, God, then we letting it all go just to give it to you. We letting it all go just so you can do it the way that you need it to do, the way that it needs to be done. Amen. So we are grateful. I'm grateful for everybody that logs on. I ask that you will cover the room. Anybody that don't belong here, I ask that they will exit immediately. There's no sense of giving to those that don't want to give to themselves. I don't want these seeds that's being planted to fall on good grounds that's not good. I don't want no degree. I don't want no pollution. I only want something real. I want something genuine, and I want something potent. All right. Yay. And God, you give that because you said you so loved the world that you sent something. You sent something for us. Everybody was waiting on what you sent. Even John the Baptist was waiting on what you sent. You sent your son, and you said if he not, and if we open, if they open, if one person opens, somebody better guard that door and wait to open that door, because that's the only way you getting you a God. That's the only way you getting you a connection. That's the only way you getting your power. That's the only way you gonna get your vision. That's the only way you gonna get your strength. That's the only way that's gonna confirm who you are and who you belong to. We look to understand who we are. I am my life coach. There you go. And whom's I am. And who you are and whom's you are. You better know those two things like the back of your hand, all right? Yes, God. And that's what we look to do in Jesus' name. We put his name on that. That's what we're here for. So you guys, I got to bring the spirit in, because the spirit is what makes this thing stick. The spirit is the glue to whatever you attempting to do. So I wanted to stop and let you know he wanted us to do something different. Me, myself, when I was thinking, I definitely have to take a little time off, at least a little time off from social media. So I'm gonna go a week. I'm not just, I'm not posting, I'm not looking at posts, and it's gonna be a little difficult thing, because I kind of noticed that every now and then I just flip it open. Not that I'm looking for something, it's just a habit, and I need to break any habits. Your habits is what dictates your future, you guys. You don't choose your future, your habits do. You don't get penalized for what you haven't done yet. You get penalized for what you continue to do. Some of you continue to complain. Some of you continue to do absolutely nothing, right? Well, we coming up on a time where he's asking for something different. One request I'm suggesting to you is it's time to turn your mattress over. Shift your mattress. For some of us, we've been laying in the same spot too long. 2020, we was laying here quarantining. You don't got a little weight on you right now. You got a little quarantine weight on you, and you land in that spot. That spot got a dip in it right now, okay? A dip in it, because you done got a little heavier. And it's time to shift the mattress. My mom was, today is her birthday, by the way, you guys. Thank you for the birthday love. But my mom had me over, turning her mattress over. Right? She says, it's time for me to turn my mattress over. And I'm like, wow, listen at that. What you sleeping on, right? What you sleeping on, it's time to turn it over. You done laid in this spot for too long. You done laid without for too long. Some of you done tried to change your outside appearance. For some of you done made some adjustments. For some of you needed a new look. I remember when that power was in me and that spirit was in me. But every time I went around somebody, they always linked me to what I used to do. Man, you still do this, man. You still do that. I was scared. God would have me to speak, and I did not want to speak. God would say, tell him this. I'm like, I'm the last one to tell him this right here. I'm not finna look crazy. I'm not finna look stupid, God. I'm not finna tell them to don't do something that I do. I'm not finna tell them they should. See, a lot of the times you hear people, oh, you can do it, but I can't. You better be glad that God told you you can't, because some of you do it, you come under fire, you do it, your whole house come down, you do it. But see, they want to be able to do it, but I can't do it. I mean, I'm gonna do what they do. Do what they do if you want. What they doing is been signed for. What they did, what if I told you what they did was for you to not do? What if I told you that they was the sacrifice? They had to sacrifice to get the experience to be able to tell you something so you can be charged with obedience. You see, obedience is greater than that little sacrifice that they had to take. But see, you don't want to honor that sacrifice that they made. Some people fell down many times. Sometimes you can fall down to the point where falling down is not the problem. Getting up is the problem. And why do we fall? Because we're not preparing ourselves. Why are we falling and tripping out? Because we're not properly preparing ourselves for progress. progress is really in play right now. We need to be making progress. So as I stated earlier, and then I'm gonna flip the script a little bit, and then we up out of here. Thank you guys again for this this important day. My mom's birthday today. She turned 67. But either you're gonna give it all you got, either you're gonna give in, right? Or either you're gonna give up. For some of us, we done gave up. And we gave up for the wrong reason. These 3 words you need to learn. Because once you understand who's speaking to you, then you will understand who's going to be speaking through you once you accept it. For some of you, you're going to be telling others, you're going to be telling your kid, you're going to be telling yourself, you either finna give up, give in, or give it all you got. You're going to have to give yourself the options. You're going to have to give yourself the choice. You're going to have to give yourself the chance that you never gave yourself. Not to mention when somebody else around you in your presence, in my presence, you're going to have to give up, give in, or give it all you got. Because I'm not coming down from who it is I'm called to be. Either you're going to step up or you're going to give in and get out of my way, or you're going to give it all you got. For who? For you. Not for me, for you, so you can get what you need. Too many people out here with what they want and they overlook what they need. Right now, you just need to hear a clear word. Right now, you just need to hear the voice of instructions, and the voice needs to hear you. That's what you need right now. You need your peace back. You need your joy. You need to be happy. You need love. If you're looking for love in the wrong places, then you're never going to find it. You understand? Let's just take Al Green. Al Green say love and happiness. Listen to that. Some of us, we want love, but for a man, you better make sure I get happiness, because you see, love is love. And I mean, again, we can go through the Bible. What is love? And you will find out you're not even close to love. God so loved the world. He so loved the world. He had to send something. You love what you love and what you send. You can't even sing your blessings. You ain't even sent your peace. Why? Because you got to have peace in order to send peace. You get what I just said? Give it all you got. God said, I'm going to create my son who came in the flood. I'm going to give it all I got. I'm going to give him the spirit. And when you're ready to receive, he going to give you everything you need to get everything you desire, not to mention to do what you need to do for yourself as well as those around you. And I can assure you, by the time you look up, by the time you go through the things that you already have, everything that you have now that you neglect is what you wanted at one point in time. Everything you have, from that little ugly little outfit in your closet, from that little closet. Some of us, it's spring cleaning time. Spring cleaning time. That little outfit you can't fit no more that you used to, that everybody was looking at you. Ooh, where you? That was 5 years ago. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. In Jesus' name. You can't fit it no more. That little, what you thought you was doing, you on a whole nother level. You missed that little time frame. That little devil's dress you had on that you used to go to the bad area in. That time is up. It's time to release it. Don't you hand it over to nobody else because it got value in it. Other things got value in it as well. But that moment, that memory, that's the only value that it has. That dress, let it go. Release that thing, because that thing supposed to took you out. When you put that in, that's what hurt you. That's what pulled them into your life. That dress, trying to do it like you did it. You get what I'm saying? Don't nobody do it like you. Didn't nobody do it like you. Bang, bang, bang. You killed everything. You killed your tomorrows. You killed where you was going. And you got you some more experience. And with that experience, it has plagued your mind. And with your mind, you cannot see where you're going, because everything that comes in your life that's sent from the Lord, he said everything good comes from the Lord. But you can't receive nothing good that comes from the Lord till you first accept the fact that the Lord is coming to get you. And if he ain't came and got you, then you need to really go figure out what's going on, because you need God. You need the Lord like a fish need water. That's the connection. You need connection right now. I got to get ready and flip the script. I feel like I'm leaving something out. But don't worry, the Spirit is always going to bring it back. Give up, give in, or give it all you got. And that's what I'm trying to express to you. There you go. My mom, she's flipping the mattress. Some of you got to turn that mattress. You've been laying in the same spot for too long. For some of you, hey, I know you want somebody, you want a warm body on the other side of your bed, right? Turn that mattress a few times. put where you used to lay on the other side. I guarantee you that energy that used to be lazy gonna be laying on the other side of you. You over here on this side, that energy gonna be on the other side. Flip that mattress over like soil. For some of you, I know you got the expensive foam mattresses. You can't flip it over, but I advise you to flip it over. Flip that mattress over. That's one thing you need to do. Make that bed up. And for some of you, including myself, for 3 days for me, I don't hold back what I do. I let you know what I do because I need you to understand. I walk by faith because I do things by faith, right? Faith. I can show you my work by the faith that I have had. Everything that I have in my life, I did it without anything, without no help, no nothing. Even this feed. Some of you came on this feed line and we still been chit-chatting, rocking for a long time. You have more now, more clarity, more understanding. That's because I'm not trying to take nothing from you. I'm actually trying to give you what the people in the world never gave you. And that is a clap. That is support. That is to verify. Verify that it's about to get better for you. So what would I be doing? Not only am I flipping my mattress over, I'm sleeping on the floor. I got to sleep on the floor for 3 days. So I'm getting my covers. Why? Because sometimes you got to come down from what you've been laying on. See, for some of us, we so dependent to sleep in the bed, right? Or sleep on the couch. I don't care if you sleep on the couch. Me, I'm on the floor. Why? Because I want to have a flow experience right now. I want to look under what it is I lay on. And for some of you, you need to look under what it is you lay on. Some of you, it ain't the person, it's really your word. It's really where you stand. It's really your problem. It's really for you to deal with. It's no sense to keep building the same thing. It's no sense to keep having the same dreams in the wrong place. You in one place, but your dreams is in another place. Me, myself, I believe my life is on this side. But if I have to go on this side, then let me make sure I got what I need over here while I'm on this side. That when I get over on this side, come on, Vicky, we got peace over here. Some of us, we got things we should not have. We've been counted out. Some of you are the underdog. You was the one that was booted. You was the weakest link. What made you the weakest link? That's because maybe it was because of the way you look. Maybe it's because you wasn't in style. Maybe because you refused to date popular. Maybe because you was in the inner circle. For some of you, you too busy trying to be like somebody else. But that person that you're trying to be like should be wanting to become who it is when you grounded. When you become grounded, you become something. You become somebody. And somebody become you. It's called the spirit. The spirit getting you, you become somebody. And those people are drawn to what it is you becoming. Because you are becoming what it is that God has created you to be. Come on, y'all. But for you who lose your position, for you that let the enemy, let ignorance, let the devil, let somebody come in and sit here and take control of your eyes, right, and lead you astray. You want to be like everybody else. You want to be like this. You want to be like Peter. You want to be like Paul. You want to be like this. You want to be like that. You want to be like T.D. Jakes. You want to be like Pastor Hannah. You want to be like this. I saw Pastor Hannah. He did this right here. I saw James Me. He did. You want to be like everybody else, but you will never let me be who it is I'm supposed to be. I don't want to be like nobody but me at this point. And you should be at the same point right now. Yes, people are going to take some of your style. Be glad that they took some from you. They took it from you. Some people I know, they told me, hey, I created this right here. 20 years ago, I said, then if you created it, then get compensated for what you created. Keep talking about what you created. Create something else. For some of you, you are creators, okay? You are creators, and it's about time for you to create something else. But if you keep creating this foolishness that not even you can't pass, then there go your problem. You designing lessons for yourself that you can't even get past. You designing games for yourself that you can't even beat the game that you designed. Don't play the game. That's how you want. That's how you win. Don't play. Me, I'm not here to play with nobody. I'm not playing with myself. I practice so that I can get better at being myself. So when I do contend, when it comes down to marriage, when I do contend to be a business partner, when I do contend to sit here and be a good son or to be a good representation of what I feel that I can add to the as a man, what a manhood, right? That's because I practice. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. It comes with life. But I told you, I had to grow up, childhood. I had to develop out of childhood. Remember, the Bible stated, when I thought like a child, I reasoned like one, and I also talk like one. Do you still think like a child at times? Do you sound like you whining? Do you sound like you, I'm spoiled? Then you are a child. you are a child. There's no need to be spoiled at this point, because you need to recognize why you're not receiving what it is you think you're ready for. Everything you want comes with responsibility. I don't care what role you in, womanhood, parenthood, right? Whatever role you get in comes with some responsibility. Even your hairstyle, right, comes with responsibility. You got to pay. You don't just pay with your money that you don't work all these hours for. You got to pay with your time while somebody playing over your head, playing in your head, putting things together for you. You don't sit here just maintenance. You don't, your makeup. You could spend more time trying to bring your own skin back to life with a little shea butter. But instead, you'd rather put everything else on. No disrespect to no one. What am I saying is maintenance and maintenance. You have to understand, even with cars, you want the nice car, but can you handle the brakes when it's time to get brakes? Did you not know the car I have, when it's time for an oil change, that boy is $750 something. So I'm not driving this car like this, because I have to recognize it's not just money, but it's also, I cannot ride this every day. So I'm riding another car just to keep from riding the car, because I understand maintenance fees. For some of you, you are maintenance. You high maintenance. That means you will blow gasket, blow pipes. And I don't mean high maintenance in a good way. I mean high maintenance meaning somebody got to be able to deal with foolishness. Somebody got to be able to go back and forth with you. Somebody got to be able to argue with you. Somebody, you don't feel good till you done dominated somebody. That ain't me. And I pray that you get to a new you, because that cannot be you. It cannot be you. So let's go ahead and flip the script, you guys. I like to talk about the scriptures a little bit. I want to give you two different scriptures and I'm up out of here. I know I got to give you something real quick. Let's go to, let me screenshot this. Let me screenshot one real quick, right? That was my auntie, you guys. That was my auntie coming in live from Facebook. I don't know if she's responding or something. Hey, Sonia, birthday coming up, you guys. Peace and blessings. Y'all got to pray for Sonia. That's my girl there. Now, listen. We're going to go through this scripture, but I got to go back and give you something in Second Chronicles, right? 2 Chronicles 18. We was talking about King Jehoshaphat. I'm not going to go all the way into King Jehoshaphat due to the time, but I want to give you something that was placed on my heart today, right? Today. Now, I'm going to return back to this message and finish it, but I want to show you something that's important that I believe that goes with this message. So, 2 Chronicles 20. 2 Chronicles 20. I want you to see something, right? I want you to see something. Wait. 2 Chronicles 19. Let's go here. Sorry, you guys. 2 Chronicles 19. I'll read for time's sake. 2 Chronicles 19, verse 1. When Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, remember, he just left the battle, right? Remember, the king of Israel just got killed. Remember, King Jehoshaphat asked the king of Israel to seek out the Lord, right? Was there a prophet that was from the Lord, which is relationship? You guys, when I speak with you, I try my best to get you to a point to allow relationship to sit in with you. I know the world tells you relationship is something totally different. You have a relationship with your car, and your car have a relationship with you. You have a relationship with your couch, with your TV, with the things, with your clothes, with everything that connects to you. You have a relationship with it. Why? Because before you received it, you had to inquire it. I'll need you to understand saying this part. Anything you have is because that's what you wanted. Now, if you dealing with the aftermath of foolishness or the aftermath of the effects of what you allowed to come in, it's only because you was not ready. Now, remember, King Jehoshaphat was just in Chronicles 2:18. He was just in a battle and the enemy was chasing him because the enemy thought he was someone else. Some of you under attack because the enemy think you somebody else. And truth be told, you running. Why you running? You gonna get shot in the back because you running. People think they your friends and you calling them friends. You ain't seen them since. They ain't done anything. If you are a friend to somebody, better yet, if you are a friend to me, then you gonna have to be able to dictate when I'm off. You gonna have to be able to interpret that something is wrong with my homeboy right now. My bro seem a little off right now. My dude, he seem a little, something's going on. Let me make sure he good. See, when you connect to somebody through spirit and truth, it's not begging them. It's not pumping them. It's not telling them you need to pray to God. I shouldn't have to tell you what you need to do. When you sit here telling somebody that they need to do something, why we can't do it right now? Why we can't go in? Why you got to give me another assignment when you see I'm already under attack? I'm already going through enough. But yet what happens? We end up by ourselves. And that's what happened with King Jehoshaphat. He was being chased by the enemy. Right? When he prayed and cried out to the Lord, the Spirit, which is what I call it, the Spirit sent the enemy in another direction. I told a few of the people from the Invisible Crown Army, the Spirit did not kill the people. It just sent them a different way. Some of your enemies is around you. They just was sent a different way. They not by you, but they right around you. So I need you to always stay on guard. That's why we meet up on Mondays for the Mighty Monday Meltdown, because this is when it get real. You can't call. Some people can't call a pastor. I be needing to talk to a pastor sometime and can't call the pastor. So I have to ask God, listen, I have to be the pastor right now, Lord, but I got to speak like I'm speaking for the sinner. I got to be the saint and the sinner at the same time. God, listen, I brought this little dirty little boy in front of you right now, and he thinks, God, that I have to arrest myself. I'm telling you like now. I'm telling you right now. When it comes down to the spirit, I don't play with it because I know it don't play with me. So anyway, just to give you that overview, right? Now, King Jehoshaphat, God, they end up killing King Israel. That means somebody had to die. King Jehoshaphat comes back the next day. This is the verse I want you to see. 2 Chronicles 19, first verse. When King Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, right? When Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, returned safely to his place. Stop right there. Some of you, palace. When you return back to your throne, when you return back to your palace, some of you getting called back right now. You getting pulled back right now. That means you got to come. It's almost like God is doing this to you. Come here. You. Time out. Time out. You. Come here. Chris. Kat. Come here. Come here. Sonia. Come here. You being called into the house now. Now you got to come, Vicky, get over here, right? You got to go see God. You looking like, what I do, right? Call back to the palace because he watched how you performed amongst heathens. He watched how you perform. Come on in here, Felicia. He watched how you performed around haters. Now, for some of you, you did good because them haters was at you real close and you was kicking them and you was winning. But when the bell go off, that means return back to your corner. That don't mean get out here now and get lost out here trying to do the Junebug challenge. Now you over here. But see, that's how I'm trying to get you to understand. When you get called in, watch how Jehoshaphat get called in. Return home safe to your palace in Jerusalem, right? Jehu, the seer. Stop right here. This is like Sister Sonia. When I tell y'all, some people in your life, they see stuff you can't see. It's called a seer. They don't know what they talking about. They always talking this and talking that. No, these people be knowing what they talking about. Trust and believe me, I don't play with the seers, right? Jehu, right? The seer, the son of Hananiah, went out to meet him. Somebody's on their way to meet you and said to the king, should you help wicked and love those who hate the Lord? With a question mark. Stop right here. Should you hate? Should you hate? Should you help? Stop. Should you help? See, some of you You help wicked people. Some of them wicked people, your best friends. It was crazy. I had a transport this weekend, right? And in this transport, it was an amazing transport. Good guys, good people. And we had some people that got inside the truck. And okay, they got in the truck. I mean, hey, listen, it's a party, right? I've got a transport. It ain't my business. I'm the driver. But when they got to the point where they asked for the ride and I dropped them off, right? I dropped them back off at their location. One of the person was so turned up that somehow when they saw my face, they was like, oh my God, I know. Inside trying to hide their face like, I know you. I didn't know her. I did not know her at all. But you see, it's what's on you. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. When you have a relationship, the reason why people do stuff to you is because of what's on you. Sometimes you're going to be by yourself, Vicky. You're going to be by yourself, Katie. You're going to be by yourself because that's how it has to be. Because when you go sit down at people's tables, you break people's tables. You are the one, that spirit that's on you flip their table over. That's why they don't invite you out much. Because when you come out, your mouth don't know how to stay closed because it's not you speaking. It's not you talking. I'm going to prove it, right? So listen to this. He says, should you go help wicked people, right? Not only help wicked people, right? He say, and love those who hate the spirit. The spirit is on you, you guys. It's not you that we worried about. It's the spirit that's in you that we should be concerned about. I told you relationship has to start within yourself, but you can never get it if you don't ground yourself. I speak on relationship from the moment I started this feed. It didn't come out so clearly because I was still new to what I was doing. But as God began to grow me up in this thing and through this thing, he started saying relationship, relationship, relationship. People thought I was crazy. I kept saying, y'all, listen, y'all, relationship, relationship. I'm trying to get you in what? Relationship. But I know why we don't I know why we're not strong in relationship, because nobody never taught us. Nobody never say, I'm doing this because I need to get you to see what a relationship is. I'm giving to you and you don't have to give me nothing. I'm doing this because I don't want nothing from you. You can't give me nothing anyway. That's how you know I'm giving you nothing but goodness, because I have it to give. But we want to prostitute. We want to gamble what I get out the deal. I'm not being good to nobody, ain't being good to me. That person don't have a relationship. See, we getting into the Antichrist, right? We getting into those that's alienated from Christ because Christ was sent by the God that everybody talking about. So if you ain't talking about Christ, you ain't got the relationship. And if you ain't got the relationship, then you can't connect to a business. You can't connect to a friend. You can't connect to your children. You can't connect to your business. You can't connect to your home. All your little prayers that you pray for something. This is why you neglect the stuff you have, because you lost your relationship with the things you asked for. Some people said they had their degrees and they draw. I said, man, that thing, you went to class for that. You was studying for that. You was praying to God, God, get me through this semester. I'm going to full load. I got to take out another loan. That's a prayer. Some of the stuff you have is covered in prayer. Some of the friends you have is covered in prayer. Some of the mistakes you made is covered in prayer. That means God don't see it. Why you keep exposing it? If God hid what you was doing, then that means you clean right now. Why? Because he said he's holy, so consider yourself holy. That don't mean you walk around here like I'm holier than thou, because I'm holier than what's inside of me. Inside of me is holy, and I walk around knowing that it helps me out. But if you want to judge me, but the spirit in me was sent by somebody that wasn't me. Do you understand what I just told you? You will have to rewind that to break this back down. This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown where things get real, right? Listen to this. Jehu talking. He's the seer. He says, should you help wicked and love those who hate the Lord? Because of this, the wrath of the Lord is on you. Hands up in the air right now, you guys. We under arrest right now. We guilty. Guilty. Because we go show love to people that don't even show love to themselves. We sit here and try to love wicked people. Ain't nobody told us to love these people. Nobody. These people trying to kill you. You still give me another chance. What I do? You sitting here, you don't. Hands up. Hands up. He said, now listen to this. I'm going to say it again. Should you help the wicked and love those who hate the Lord? That will be the spirit that lives in you. It should be in you. Now watch this. Because of this, Meaning, because you continue to sit here and mess with people and they ain't trying to work the spirit like you work in the spirit. They ain't trying to connect to the Lord like you trying to connect. They ain't trying none of this, right? They take us. And truth be told, they ain't taking because they need what you have. They taking it so they can drain you so you won't have what you have. You see, they take it from you. They don't want it. They just take it, drain it out of you. Because they prefer you on empty. They prefer you looking stupid. They prefer you with your head down. They prefer you now. You can't judge me because look at you. You make God look terrible right now. You complaining. I don't even have no God. You the one going to church and you asking me for money. You the one going to church and you don't have nothing. You the one going to church and you riding that beater car. You ain't asked for nothing more. You either going to give in, give up, or give it all you got. Come on now. We on the battlefield right now. We have set the record straight. We ain't sitting here trying to pretend. He said, and for those, because of this, the wrath of the Lord, the Spirit, remember, God so loved the world, he sent his son into the world. That's the Spirit. It got in the body, crucified, crucifixion, come back, Spirit. He comes now, knock on the door, you open, Spirit. You got the Spirit inside of you, right? Believe this, believe this. Get your belief system on point right now, right? Self-belief. Believe that great is he. Believe. I'm telling you what the Bible's saying, but ain't nobody telling it to you that you can understand it. I'm just like, well, why he keeps saying this here? I am my life coach. You better say that because that's going to get you past people. I am my life coach, not yours. I'm my life coach, not yours. That means what you do is on you. What you do, you charge for that. But what I do, even when I cut you off, I'm blessed for cutting you off. Come on, y'all. I got to go further. Let's go. Here you go right here. And he said, because of this, the wrath of the Lord is on you. Let's switch over. 2 Chronicles 2:20. Let's go on to the bottom right quick. 2 Chronicles 2:20. Go on to the bottom. 35. Verse 35. Verse 35. 2 Chronicles 22. This verse right here. Right. Later, King Jehoshaphat. Why I keep putting king before him? Later, Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, made an alliance. Stop right here. Vicky. Sonia, Kat, everybody that's on this feed line. Come on, y'all. Let's get crazy for 1 second. Get crazy and focus. They made an alliance with Azekaiah, right? I think that's it. King of Israel. That means the other king that died. Remember, he was the king of Israel. Here go his replacement. King Jehoshaphat made an alliance with this king. Now, the other one was the king of Israel. This one is the king of Israel. So you're going to go right back and make an alliance with someone. Some of you need to let people be where they at. But you keep going back making an alliance. Watch this. It says, with the king of Israel, who ways was wicked. Wicked meaning, you see this. I ain't here to judge. Wicked meaning, keep that over there. Don't bring this over here. You're going to come over here, take your shoes off. I understand you outside, you grinding. I understand your kids outside in Timberland boots. I understand, but you come in this house, you take them shoes off. Right? That's it right there. You ain't grinding in this house. You ain't doing all that. Cut the music down. Don't you blast that in here. Don't you raise your voice in my house. Don't you walk around judging my house because you in my house and I'll walk you right back out this house, right? Listen to this. He who ways was wicked. Why would the Bible want you to see that his ways was wicked? Not King Jehoshaphat. The Lord's wrath was on him because you got the spirit. So you just get the wrath until this thing is done. Watch this. He agreed with him to construct a fleet of trading ships. That means they're going to go into business together. For some of you, this is why your business partner is not showing himself yet, because they can't connect with you or you can't connect with them. You need the spirit to make any connection that you're going to connect. Other than that, you know them, you see them, but hey, I'm not here. I comprehend very well. We don't go together. We're not compatible. I can't hang around that right there. Like I said, for some people, I don't look my age. Hey, guess what? You should be hollering, I act my age. I don't have to look my age, but I damn sure act my age. Some of you need to be standing on that. I just want to act my age. Why? Because when I realize how much I've been aging, I need to age more in spirit and truth, age more in power and glory, age more in God and through God. By this time, people will see them results. They will see that them vehicles. They will see the glory, the things that the Lord has blessed us with. Well, why would we be talking about finances? Why would we be talking about things? Because he said all perfect gifts comes from the Lord. He said all things work together for good. Come on now. Don't tell me we supposed to not have nothing. You don't get nothing until you get God. Once you get the Spirit, then you can acquire those things because you asked for it and it was given to you, right? A push down measure. Come on, y'all. It says a trading ship, right? Wait. And verse 37, right? Just go down to the parentheses. I just need you to sit here and see this. Because of the alliance, the Lord will destroy what you have made. Stop. Because of the alliance, remember, who is the Lord on? Is the Lord on the king? What's his name? Again, what's his name? Kaiser. Is the Spirit of the Lord on this one? Or is the Spirit of the Lord on King Jehoshaphat? The Spirit of the Lord is on King Jehoshaphat. And guess what? It said, because King Jehoshaphat made this alliance, the Lord will destroy what you have made. The ships was wrecked and was not able to set sail to trade. For some of you, you keep trying to line yourself up with something, but the Lord blow, huff and puff, and he blows your house down. You keep trying to line yourself up with something, and the Lord crush what it is you trying to do because it ain't built properly. The person you trying to link with do not have the Spirit, and they alienated from the Spirit. But when you walked your tail over there, you brought the Spirit, and it made these grounds come up on shaky ground. But if you was dependent on them, then you was dependent on the wrong one. They was dependent on what you had. You wasn't dependent on what they had. And when they came, they tried to test your gangster. When they came, your God spoke. When they came, your God stood up in you. You ain't know what was going on. You're like, I don't know why they don't like me. God sent them running. Them demons was in that person and they went running with them demons. And you sitting here, what do I do? I'm never going to find nobody. You better be careful what you saying because you got to find what I already found you. When you thought you had God, you didn't have God. God had you. At this point, you got God because you got the Son. Use the Son to get what you need. Use the Son to get where you're trying to go. I'm about to close it out, you guys. I had to give you that one real quick. Man. Now I'm upset. I'm upset so much right now. Y'all don't even understand because I wanted to give you something else and I end up giving you this. So Luke 10, I'm going to go into the new, the NLT version, right? Luke 10, go there for me real quick. I came on late, so I got like 3 minutes and I'll just pray us out, right? Luke 10. I want you to see because this is very key to what I'm trying to get you to see today. Luke 10, don't forget you guys. This is a very strange time. Me, myself, in order to get something different, sometimes he will ask you to do something that seems kind of crazy. I'm just telling you, flip your mattress over or turn your mattress the other way. Put the side you on the other side. Turn your mattress, right? Flip your mattress over. That fire you've been laying in, put that fire out. This is the time for spring cleaning right now. This is the time for you to lay in a new place right now, right? Also, me, myself, for 3 days this week, today is Monday, I'm going to be camping on the floor. Why am I camping on the floor? Because I need to first allow my bed to kind of reset a little bit, right? What I'm laying on, because your pain, your suffering, your late nights, your up at nights, your crying, your tears, you just been here in this same little spot. Sometimes you got to get out of that thing, get out of the relationship, get out of what you lay down on, what you sleep on, get out of that and sleep in an uncomfortable place and see do your God journey to you. Some of you, you put your God in an uncomfortable place. You put your spirit in an uncomfortable place and you don't want to go get it. You don't want to go get it because if you're afraid that if you go get it, it's going to walk you out of the place you like to go. It's gonna walk you out of what you've been in. And see, you put your spirit in an uncomfortable place, and now you like, look, spirit, what you want to do? Spirit say, I'm here to assist you with what you do. You won't give me no orders. I'm here to help you so you can give the Father acknowledgement, right? So let's go, you guys. Let's go. Luke 10, right? Listen to this. Luke 10. Verse 5. Oh, wait. Let's go ahead and go. After the Lord appointed 72 others. So for some of you, some people not going to be your disciples. They're going to be some people that's you appointed. Some of you, you've been appointed to hold the front line. You've been appointed to the invisible crown army, right? So God's presence can be visible now through your character and the attitude of knowing who he is and whom you are, right? I am my life coach. You better know it, right? So we here to give hope to others as we build up and give hope to ourselves. We here to encourage others as we what? Encourage ourselves. To God be the glory. So watch this, right? He sent them out in twos to every town, right? Now, let's be clear about some of these towns. These towns ain't all peaceful places. Let's be clear. Some of the places you go for a reason. You hang out at the bike spot where the motorcycle club goes. You hang out on the south side. Some people hang out downtown, upscale restaurants. You all down up at Francisco's and all you all at Gibson, Tabin on Rush. We everywhere, right? Listen to this. I got to get this to you guys. Go to the towns, and wherever you go, go to every town and place where he was about to go, right? He told them the harvest is plentiful, right? But the workers are few. Stop right there. The workers are few. You have the Spirit in you. Please understand that part. It makes the biggest difference in anything you do. You don't have to worry about going off. All you got to do is acknowledge what's inside of you. That's it, right? But you got to have the confidence, that self-confidence, right? So watch this. Therefore, to send out workers into the harvest field. Go, I am sending you out like lambs amongst wolves. Stop right here. The wolves is already out there. Let's just be clear. They out there. Don't sit here and talk about some wolves in sheep clothes. You got the Spirit. You have the Spirit. You could be the lamb. The lamb is the Lord. The lamb is the little Lord, little baby Jesus, little Spirit inside of you. What's wrong with a little Spirit in you, right? Little lamb, right? You amongst the wolves, right? They can't do nothing. Do not take a purse or bag of sandals, and do not greet anyone on the road. Do not greet. Don't you sit here. Who is that? Oh, he riding on 30s. He riding on this here. Who is this, right? So listen to this. When you enter a house, first say peace to this house. Stop right there. When you enter, it says peace to this house. Them words has to come out of your mouth. Peace and blessings. If you never learn to speak over the areas that you are in, then there go your first error right there. You have to be the one that drop your peace on anything you in. You have to be the one to come with the peace. Don't you go nowhere till you find out if you ready to sit here, start practicing this. Notice he didn't say go one place and just be there. He said go through the towns. That means you practicing. Let my peace fall on them. Let my peace fall over here. Let my peace. It do not mean you hollering at everybody you see. It just means every time you see them, your peace fall fresh, right? There you go. Listen to that, right? If someone who promotes peace is there, stop. Everybody around you is not promoting peace based on the things they do. How can you have peace if you do the things you do? Some people don't need nobodies. They do not need nobodies. They don't need the hairstyles that they think they need. They don't need all of that. Why? Because they lose their peace. You hear me? They lose it because they got too much coming at them. They got too many people coming at them. Now you done tapped into something else. I'm trying to help you out right now. Maintenance, maintain your peace, right? That requires maintenance. Listen to this. Promotes peace is there. Your peace will rest on them. If you promoting peace, that means I'm coming to make that peace come better. Any person that comes into your life that's how you activate bigger, better, greater. When they come, peace comes. And it gets bigger, it gets better, it gets greater. Just guard what you have. That means let it continue to build. Don't get all off onto some stupid stuff, right? Because I done seen people go from this to this to this real quick. This to this to this real quick. All over one word. All over. I heard what you said. You were like, what? You gonna disrespect me like that? Right? This. Nah. Can't be that. So I'm closing it out, you guys. I just wanted to give you this one verse with the Spirit. Scoot down. God, come on, help me, please. Over the breakers of the street. I don't like to rush, but I got to give you this. Whoever. 16. Whoever. Y'all should be reading this tonight. Luke 10. Verse 16, I'm in the NIV. Whoever listened to you, listen to me. Stop. Whoever listened to you, Chris, Janine, and anybody else on this feed line, Tamiko, listen to me. Who is me? Me is the Spirit. That should be what? In you. Great is he that is in me. Listen to this, verse 16. Whoever listens to you, listen to me. Whoever rejects you, rejects me. But whoever rejects me, rejects him who sent me. The 72 returned with joy and said, Lord, even demons submit to us in your name. Stop. Even demons submit to us. That means basically you have authority, you have power, but they don't submit to us. They submit to the name, because the name that goes inside is inside of us. So it wasn't us that they was submitting to. It wasn't because your body was banging, because your car was on fleek. It wasn't because you was fine as wine. It was because the spirit that was over you, it was overpowering you. It's more than what you tried to present to the world. But when you start trying to advertise your outside, you lose focus on what's on the inside. And what happens? The 72, wait, he replied, this is done. I'm done. I saw Satan, yes, God, fall like lightning from heaven. I have given you authority to trample over snakes and scorpions, to overcome all means all. You have power to overcome all of the enemies. That means the enemy has power, but you have authority. The enemy has power, but you have authority. But if you keep your mouth shut, if you don't move in your authority, if you lose who you supposed to be, if you ain't overcame your childhood, if you ain't grew up into adulthood, if you ain't asking nobody else, could you at least get into womanhood? Could you at least understand we talking parenthood between you and your child? We talking womanhood between you and your girlfriend. We talking adulthood when it comes down to being by yourself. We talking all those things, but one thing we ain't talking childhood, because when we talk about childhood behavior, we talk about childhood friends. There's things that goes with childhood, and right now we overpowering that. You guys, I'm so grateful for you guys that joined in online. We did this thing again. To God be the glory. I want you guys to understand the importance of relationship. Remember, we have to do something different. Turn your children's mattress over. Turn your mattress over. It's something inside of the turn. It sounds kind of crazy because you lay on this one spot and you be laying there. And before you know it now, that's your comfortable spot. The seat is warm. Some people, your mattress sits high on one side, but then when you get to the sides, you want that boy got a dip in it. That's the COVID way. Turn that mattress. Put that dip on the other side. You need to get on the other side, or if you don't have the Tempur-Pedic mattress, however it works, flip that thing over. Flip it over, because you need to lay on the other side. We got to this point, and it's time for us to live in a new place. It's time for us to walk in a new place. It's time for us to talk from a new place. And the only new place we're going to be able to talk from is knowing what we know, what we standing on, what we going, what's that petition we making right now, what we've been decreeing and declaring. You said you was ready. You said you wanted it. When it showed up, you don't want to ever lose what it is that showed up, because you don't have the maintenance. You don't have what it takes. Remember when the peace, he said, if the peace is showing up, then you better let your peace rest on it. You can't sit here and do what it is he done told you to do. You can't sit here and give up on what it is he done assigned for you. He said he gonna keep replaying the same lesson over and over and over and over again. Here, you thought that it was them that hurt you. It wasn't them that hurt you. It was you that hurt you, because you can't do nothing without the spirit. It was meant to be this way. You shouldn't be mad at anybody that broke your heart, because if it broke your heart, then that's how you had to find your God. You wouldn't know that God was all you need till you recognize that God was all you had when you was out running these streets, when you was out saying what you was saying, when you was out popping your lips and popping off at people busting bottles and cutting people's faces out here, and you sitting here running your mouth. Girl, you better stay on the side that God told you to stay on. You better hold your position. We here to hold our position in God and through God. His glory rests in us and through us, and touch and affect everybody that connects to us. Hey, we cast down and call down anything and everything that even thinks is going to exalt itself against the Lord Almighty, the one that came, the one you let in. Free will, you let him in, and he's in now. Lock that door. Come on, God, what we got to do? Come on, Lord. You the Lord of heaven and earth. You, God, you reign. Everything on earth was created by you. So why should we fear anything when we know we got you? God, send us divine connections. Seal up everything that was said. Forgive us for everything, even thinking that we was all that. Bless everything that we have right now. Restore, restart, renew, refresh, revive. So we repent, because we recognize that we nothing without you, God. We thank you that you're taking us to where you are. You taking us to a place inside of ourselves that we can't take ourselves to. We recognize that the environment don't have to change, but we can change in the midst of the environment. We recognize our children don't have to change, but we can change the way we talk to our children. When we grow up, everything around us grow up. We are the one that supposed to better fruit. We are the one that supposed to feed the children. We supposed to feed them more than just food. We supposed to feed them more than French fries. We supposed to feed them more than just juice and cookies and cereal. We supposed to feed them the best version that we can feed ourselves. We supposed to be the living example. We supposed to give them joy, peace, happiness, all the things that they want to feel inside. People will draw on to you when you draw on to the God that drawed on to you. Hey, you've been assigned to a position for all you. Let's get in that position and let God reign in us and through us for his name's sake. For his name's sake, we are free, and free in him we are. And to that right there, he's worthy to be praised. I want to thank everybody in Jesus' name. It's how they closed out. Remember King Jehoshaphat, he aligned himself in an alliance with somebody. And what happened? The Lord broke it, busted, and broke it down. Come on now. You cannot link yourself up to anybody. I'm going to be sleeping on the floor for 3 days with my cover. Why? Because I'm crazy enough to believe the Lord can get me down here. I'm crazy enough to believe I'm going to sleep in his presence right now. I'm coming up off that pillow top. I'm coming up off that mattress. I'm coming up off that bed. I'm laying on the floor. Why? Because God, I need you to know that I'm willing to go to a lower level. I'm ready. Ain't no sense of me being in an uncomfortable situation. I'm putting myself in an uncomfortable situation because I choose to. I choose this. I choose uncomfortable because sometimes life gonna be uncomfortable. But if you keep losing it because things done broke out and it wasn't in your face, shame on you. To God be the glory. We here, guys. We here. I just shared with you. Whether you roll with it or not, don't matter. But for me, this is what I'm doing, because for some of us, it's only temporary. If you can get down, if you can lay down, if you can shut up, if you can release, if you can disconnect, then guess what? Then God will do something amazing in you because he can trust you. If you can say no, not to them, no to yourself. At the end of the day, he want to rule in every area in your life for his name's sake, right? I would do anything. Y'all hear that? Why? Whatever it takes just to see your hand move in my life and through my life. Open up doors I could not open. Take me places I couldn't take myself. Come on now. We has to get there. This is real here. Peace. God is in peace. The Lord is in peace. Get yourself to peace. This message ain't for everybody, but I believe it can touch somebody. And what do I know? When it builds you back up, you'll be the one to change everything around y'all. Peace out, man. YouTube, thank you guys for rolling with me. Let me link up off of you. Bing. Y'all done. Hey, y'all.